Okay, we're back with I think we're going to lesson 5 now, because we did the rocks, and we are going to continue with them. I want to finish those to get those ready for your water. So we're going to make them look like they're underwater, okay? And so let's put in some more rocks right here, anywhere tall. Whoops, didn't mean to kick you. Okay, now let's get some more rocks in. Some little teeny weeny ones. I just changed to a little teeny weeny brush. Look at that. Teeny weeny. Little tiny strokes. Little touch, touch, touch. And if you got black on one side and white on the other, your brush will do it for you. You don't have to do very much. All you gotta do is just touch and pull a little bit. Touch, pull. Touch, pull. Touch, pull. Touch, pull. And when you pull, it's like you're pulling over and down. That gives you sort of like a roundness to your rock. Okay, so it's like touch, pull, touch, pull, touch, touch. These are kind of bright ones. It's okay to have some light ones and some dark ones. The dark ones will look more underwater than the ones with a lot of highlight on them. Okay, so just keep going until you finish your river of rocks. There we go. The river of rocks. Now, let's get a few more in here. Okay, so just touch and pull. And I'm going to do them as quick as I can. I don't like fast forwarding, and I like doing this in real time, because they're step-by-step videos, and I want you to be able to see everything that I'm doing. I don't want fast forwarding and make it look really, really fast. I find some a little hard to follow, but I can pick up some tips from them though. You probably can too, because you can almost see what they're doing, but I just want you to see every little thing that I'm doing if you can. Okay, see how I'm putting them in really tiny now? Like I got some all different sizes. They're all different sizes, okay? And most of the ones in the river are small. The ones we put on the side, we'll make them a bit bigger. Okay, the ones that we put on the side of the river bank, when we put them into our snow and things, we'll make them a little bit bigger. So let's continue on with this. So let's put in some little teeny weeny ones. Little teeny weeny ones are just like little dots. Make a dot. There we go, it's little dots. And because you got two colors on your brush, it'll look like little teeny weeny rocks. See, there we go. Look, I'm only just touching now. Just touch, 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 touch on the ones that I already did. And you get some little teeny weeny ones and in between them. So just play with that, because that's a bit of fun. I love making rocks. I love making rocks because you can make all different sizes and colors, shapes. And once you get the hang of it, you can put them in all your paintings and just look pretty. So I'm going to leave it at that, because I don't need to go on with that all day. Because this video now is about how to put them under the water. Because the video before this, I started off with the rocks, and I was getting ready to put them underwater, but I was afraid to run out of time. So I'm going to take my this video here. I'm just putting in a few little more rocks just for a bit of fun, just so to make sure you can see all this. Okay, a few little rocks. Now, this has to be dried, so it won't be long drying. So while we're waiting for it to dry, what we're going to do is we're going to make a glaze. I don't know if I showed you a glaze yet. I don't think I did. And you just take your spray bottle. Remember I told you about the spray bottle? And just take your water, and you're going to put water in here. And you're going to put a fair bit in there, because we want the paint to be see-through. And I'm going to put some blue paint in there with a flat brush, and just a small flat brush like this. That's the one we're going to use to get the glaze on there. And you're going to take a tap of blue. See? Not very much. Look, see how watery that looks? Now you may have to add more water, take away more water. You may have to do this on another canvas to practice it first before you go on top of your final painting. Okay, I always try to stress that, you know, practice first on some watercolor paper, or say if you want to do rocks in your lake. Just make a small little black lake and throw some rocks in there. Just see until you get the technique down. You only need to do it for a little while and a few rocks, and once you get it, then go right into your canvas. So I'm going to try this here. I just put a little tab of blue in with lots of water, and you can see that it's pretty watery, and you can see through it. And then you can start wherever you want. I'm going to start down here and hope that some of the paint is still not dry, so I'm a bit anxious. So I'm just putting that over on top of the rocks that we just did. So make sure yours is dry first, because that will make it look better. Alright, see how the water's making it look underwater? See, there we go. So blue. And because my paint was wet, I should have dried it, sorry about that. I ended up with a grayish color, so that's okay. As long as you get that glaze on top of those rocks, that will make it look like it's underwater. Okay, there we go. Now, if that glaze is not strong enough, add a little bit more paint, just a tap of paint into that again. And that will thicken it up a small bit. Okay, and then you can have a thicker glaze, and that will get them underwater even more. As you can see, the water is running, and that's going to happen. So let's get them underwater best way we can. Don't worry about them up there too much. We'll probably put some snow up there. But down here we want to get those rocks underwater. Okay, now, like I said, this is a technique that you'll have to, you can let that dry and do this again. Because I'm doing a video, I'm not going to fool around with trying to dry it and everything. So I'm just going to thicken up my glaze a little bit. But what I want you to do is dry your paint. Once you get your first glaze on, dry it, and then put another glaze on, and dry it, and put another glaze on until you're happy with your rocks being underwater. So I just thickened mine up a little bit there, just so I can show you, if you did a glaze several times, you know, how thick it will get to look. See? So the more you put on, the more underwater they look. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully it doesn't confuse you, or, you know, like, once you do it yourself, then you can judge how much water you want on top of those rocks, okay? I'm just going to try one more little bit of paint. I don't want to cover them up completely, but I do want to show you that your final glaze will be, you know, thicker. See? See that? There we go. So you can either do one glaze thickly with more paint, or you can do several glazes of very thin paint. I prefer to do the glazes several, because right now where I'm doing the video, I'm just trying to show you the final outlook, and it's very wet. So, but you can see the difference, okay? And that's going to be different again. I'm going to leave that at that one there, and that's going to be different again because now we got to add more rocks, and we got to add some water streams, water lines, like this one over here. Okay, see, so I put them underwater like I just did then. I put those rocks underwater, and then I put the big rocks on the sides, and then we made some water lines, and that came over the rocks and made them look like they're even more underwater. So let's do that now. See how far we can get now before I have to cut off this video. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your flat brush, so it's sort of medium, and I'm going to put some, let's go with a blue, some blue and some white, okay, and mix two of them together so we can get a nice bluish highlight, okay, because we're in the winter and want things to look, and then you can put the black underneath for your shadow. So light blue on top and black on the bottom, and then the same technique, you just take some areas on the snow and touch over and down. Now you're getting your bigger rock, see that? Touch over and down, fill in the bottom, touch, and you can have a smaller one there, you can have one up here. Let's get them in the river though, because we want to make those water lines. Touch over and down. If you need more paint, light blue on one side, okay, light blue on one side, and black on the other. Alright, this one here came out funny, so I'm just going to redo it. See how easy it is? Look, touch over and down. Okay, if the highlight is not light enough, just take some more light blue, touch over and down. There we go. Touch over and down. So half on the snow and half in the river. Alright, so we'll keep doing a few of those. And then I'm going to come back, and I think I'm going to do these for a few minutes, and then I'm going to come back and do the water lines to make it look like they're in the water, and the rocks are more underwater than what they are there. Okay, so we'll do a few more of these rocks. If they don't come out the way you want them, just go back over them again. Okay, and I'll get some more white. So you need white and blue on one side, and on the other side you need black, and then you put them on there. Okay, touch over and down, touch over and down. If for some reason we can't get the highlights, we'll put them on after. I'm just going to get these rocks in here for you now. A couple around here, here, here where I made the mess. See, so where you made the mess, it don't matter because we're going to be going back over all that. We're doing all our touch-ups. So you just keep doing those rocks, put some on the sides, and then I'll be right back, and I will finish up putting on those rocks and highlighting them, and then we'll do the water lines, and we'll probably do a few more things. So you go ahead and do that, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy painting!